Good afternoon, everybody. Let me know if you're here. I always have to wait and see if it says I'm live and recording. And yes, it is now. So welcome to Monday, January 24th, episode 65. So I don't know if I set a reminder for everybody who usually knows that I'm here at 3:30 on Mondays. So if you didn't get a reminder, I didn't send one. It's been one of those crazy times. So I will get myself situated here and oh, Carol, yay, you're here. Thank you. I know I'm working then. Let's see. It's snowing again. So if you live in this area, you're snowing and hopefully staying in. I've been down here a good part of the day, not the whole day, but in my little creative cave. And I keep hearing the snowplow go by on the street beside me. And I got plowed last night, so I don't know if you'll need to come back again. I do usually go out on Tuesday mornings. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And the other thing, I just went upstairs to warm up some coffee, and I put it in once for 50 seconds and took it out, and that should have been plenty of time to get pretty hot. And it wasn't hot. So I thought, well, maybe I pressed the wrong button. I do that a lot on certain things. So I tried it again for 50 seconds and it's still not heating. So this is an older microwave. So I think I will be looking for a new microwave when I'm finished today. Hi, Linda, welcome. Is it snowing over in your neck of the woods too? I think so, probably. Yes, we're all getting snow. I think we're sick of it. Get it out of the way in January so we don't have any more in February, March, or heaven forbid, April, which we know we can have snow in April. All right, what are we doing today? If you saw my a Facebook post yesterday, you just saw a little bit of a card, but not the whole thing. And I really intended to show the whole thing. Hi, welcome, Fran, you're here. But it is a Slimline card. So let me know if you've heard of the Slimline card. It is basically a card that will fit into a business size envelope. So let me switch you down to my desktop here, and I'll show you the card that, if you saw it there, you only saw part of it. I also showed it, I think, part of it on Instagram too. I was doing some crazy things yesterday. So anyway, a Slimline card is basically 8.5 this way. So it's your 8.5 piece of cardstock by 7. And then it's scored at 3.5. And it fits in a really nice little envelope, which is really what I want to talk to you about, is the envelope. So if you looked through the mini catalog and saw pages 52, mostly 52 and 53, you see these Slim Sayings bundle. I don't have this bundle or the dies for that, but I do like making the Slimline card. It's a little bit different. I don't believe there's any difference on the postage because it is a regular business size envelope. And in fact, you can make the card and then just put it in a business size envelope if you have one of those. But I am going to show you how to make one out of cardstock. But the cool thing is we now have Slimline envelopes, and that's showing over here on page 53. There are 15 envelopes with a printed inside. So that's this part here. It's printed on the inside. And there are 5 soft succulent, And they've got this nice little design up here at the top. 5 white. And let's grab this here. And that has a little black and white insert. And then 5, I believe these are smoky slate, the light gray. So all of them are good for going through the mail and aren't a dark color or anything like that. So they're really nice. And these measure, let's get the one that there was Happy Birthday. These measure 9 by like 3 7/8. And I believe that's pretty much the same size as any standard business envelope. So I did use this one. Let's see, here's a white one. So, where'd they go? Here we go. So those are really nice, but you can make your own. So that's what I wanted to show you out of here. And show you that again. And about the designer paper, this was the daffodil paper that I've been using, and I used it last week. That's happened last week too, where breaking up on the iPad, but the phone works great. That's kind of strange. I don't understand. Because I have a good connection down here. Sometimes that gets a little wobbly, but that's working okay now. But anyway, back to the paper. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, or even beyond that, that I was starting to cut my 12 by 12 paper into 4 by 6 pieces. So I had made a card with this and had this little bit left over. So you can see, and that's what I'm going to show you today, how you can use paper that's cut to different sizes, and the 4 by 6 is working really well for me, and make a card just like this. So I'm going to slip that back in there, and I do have some other samples to show you at the end that I think you will really like. I was pretty happy with them. And the paper that I'm going to use today comes from Sale-a-Bration, and it is back here on page 12, and it's the Hello Friendly bundle that comes with paper and a stamp set. And I did use that before on these 2 cards a few weeks ago. And so I'm going to do something very similar to this, but in the slimline format today. So here again is the way I've been cutting the paper and what I've been putting them in. These little boxes that come from Joanne Fabrics. Hi Sue, welcome. And you get 15 of these in a box. And if you go on my blog, and that would be a good place to go see some ideas, go on my blog at patstamper.typepad.com. Oh, I actually have that here, if you want to do a quick screenshot of that. And I do have a link to where I got these. And right now they're still on sale. So that's a good thing. And you get 15 of these little boxes. So I've been using them to put things in, like when I have a few extra minutes, just cut scrap paper for like these little tailored tags, which I'm also going to use today, and all my little bits. So it's trying to keep me a little bit more organized. So anyway, that's where that's coming from. But before I start the card, I want to show you how to make the envelope first. So this will be ready when I get the card done. You need a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 11, just our regular piece of cardstock. And I'm going to score it, which I've already done. On the 8.5 side, it's scored at 2.5 and 6.5. So 2.5 and 6.5. And I'll have all this information on my blog tomorrow. And then turned the 11 side, it is 10.5, or I guess it would go this way if we're going in the scoring. 10.5 and 1.5. Now let me get my pen here and show you. We're going to cut these out. I can go ahead and zoom in a little bit too. We're going to cut all these little tabs out. And that will make the card. Oh, so where did I put my little scissors here? Let me grab my scissors. There we go. So just cut those tabs out. And actually, if you want to notch this a little bit at the bottom and the top, it will go together a little bit better. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom. Let's flip it over here. And I'll go ahead and notch this too. Now you could corner round the top too, but if you don't have a corner rounder, the notching makes it look a little bit different too, and it looks good. Because the other samples that I showed you, or that I will show you, I made the envelopes for those. So the notching part just makes it fold and go together a little bit better. So let's get rid of that paper. So this is what we have. So now I'm going to flip it over and grab my bone folder and give it a nice crease. So it will fold together like this, and I'm going to add some tear and tape along the shorter edge, because I think it looks better with the longer edge folded over, and then put tear and tape at the bottom. And then of course we don't want to put anything at the top, although you can put the tear and tape up there and then just tear off the release paper when it's ready to get mailed. All right, so here's the problem. I didn't cut close enough on that score line. So just give it another little haircut there. There we go. So let's get the tear and tape. Love this stuff. And add that along the edge. And you can either tear it or cut it, and also add it along the bottom. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and add a piece at the top. And then it will be ready for whenever I mail the card. So let's turn it this way. So I'm going to, you can use your finger or scissors, or you take a pick tool and pull that release paper off. And I'm going to, I think this little tip I showed once before, quite a while ago, pull that down about halfway and then pull it off to the side. And fold it down, or crease it down, and then pull this off, and you'll get a nice, even, so it won't slip, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that little technique also works very well on cards if you're using that too. So I won't do it at the bottom because this is pretty short. And fold that up. And then your card is ready to be put in there. Okay, this is a little bit. Sometimes when you score things and then cut, it's kind of hard to see that line. So there, that looks a little bit better. So envelope is done. Let's get to the card. And that just needs to get creased down. So I'm going to show you the card first. Sometimes I don't do that, but this is the card, but I'm using a little bit different paper. And this is the, what did I say, Friendly Hello stamp set. And there's the inside. And I'm using fresh freesia. And again, this piece is cut to 8.5 by 7 and scored at 3.5. Wait, yeah, 3.5. Okay, let's give that a nice crease. This piece is going to go inside. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that in now. All right. So here are my two pieces of 4 by 6 that I've already pre-cut and put in my little box. So I'll make sure that I use it. And with this being 3 1/4, I'm going to cut this paper to, or no, 3.5, excuse me, to 3 1/4. So this is going to be cut to 3 1/4. And to make sure that they stay the same, I want to cut them at the same time. And I'll get my paper trimmer here. So there we have 3 1/4. And I'm sure this can be used on the inside of the card. Now this design is just a little bit different than this one. I chose another different one for this, and this is the other side. That would look really pretty on pale papaya, but I already had the fresh freesia paper cut. So that's why there's so many options for this paper. I love it. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and then put about 3, I think this is still 6, So I want to put, I think, 3 inches on here. So let's cut 3 inches there. So I'll have a little square of 3 by 3 that I can use on a regular card. So I'm just finding it so much easier to use pieces of the cardstock instead of cutting into a 12 by 12. Whoops. There we go. It was 3 1/4. And this is 3 1/4. So we've got that there, and I'm going to slip that underneath actually. So let's glue this down. So these, I don't find that these take a whole lot more to make than a regular card. The only thing is you get basically 1 card out of a sheet of paper instead of 2, but it's just something a little bit different, and I love it. Okay, so we've got that there. Now I could probably stamp something here and then not put anything here, but I wanted to use this paper. So I'm going to glue that down. Oops. Keep wanting to go the wrong way. And this is going to open this way. I'll show you some others that open the other direction, like that sample was that I showed you at the beginning. And just so that there's that divider line there, I've got a little teeny tiny skinny piece of basic black that's going to fit right there. And we all have those little teeny tiny pieces of paper hanging around that just need to be cut into something. So that's just going to go right there along the edge and butt up against that. So it makes it look like it is supposed to be that way. So there's that. Okay, now let's see, where are my little pieces parts here? As I said, I have cut out a lot of the tailored tag pieces that are just great to quickly go on any card. So that's going to go on here. And these have these little little tag, what do we call them in school? Reinforcements. These are little reinforcements. You can put it just on the front. Just adds a little bit more to that. So that's going to go on there. Lots of glue today, goodness. My fingers are already sticky. It just adds something to it. So there's our little tag reinforcement. And let's see, I can put that away. All right, I have cut out the bird from this stamp set in Memento Black because I'm going to color with our Stampin' Blends. I have 3 colors out here: Granny Apple Green, the Pale Papaya, and the Fresh Freesia. All colors that are in this pack of paper. So here's one, and I've already fussy cut one out. So now I can color him. Let's see. Okay. I was going to put something under this, but it's okay. The paper's already got stuff on it anyway. And I don't know if there's a bird this color or not, but there is on my card. So I guess he's kind of like a pale orange. And this is the light pale papaya. I'm going to color him in here with the light and then blend with the dark. And then pick up some of the detail on the tail feathers. Okay. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. And then you can blend again with the light. And with the Granny Apple Green, the leaves are black, but you can just add some color into the veins there. So I'm just using the dark on the leaves. I just love these pens. And then this is the light, which I'll use on the stem. There we go. And this is the light on the flower. Now, when this color, for some reason, looks like bubble gum when you first use it, and then when it dries, it darkens, and it's a much prettier color. Just go in a circular motion. And let's see, I think I forgot a little bit of the green here on the stem. And then add some dark on those shadowy areas of the flower. And then you can go back in and blend with the light a little bit more. All right, so now we need some ribbon to go through the tag. So I hope everybody's starting off with a good week. I was reminded this morning by one of my friends in my group, this is the last full week of January. Can you believe it? I don't know where the time has gone. Thanks, Sue. I love these. Can't wait to show you the others that I made. I was real happy with those. Okay, so instead of tying this in a bow or going through with a slip knot, I'm going to, like I did on the sample, tie it with some linen thread, some of the white linen thread. Or, wait a minute, maybe on this one, I'll use a little bit of the black. Get Get that out of my little jar here. And just tie a knot. So no bow required on this card. Let's get back in the camera here. So on the sample, I did white. And on this one, black. So we'll see which we like better. And cut that off. All right. Before I put the bird on here with Stampin' Dimensionals, let me come back here and show you this one. I just used a very small sentiment on this. So I want to put my sentiment on the next one, the one I'm doing, before I put the bird on, because I think it's going to cover it up. And for this one, here we go. I'm using the Special Moments set, which I've been using for a while. This is the other $100 purchase from the Sale-a-Bration. And I want to do Happy Birthday, but this is kind of long. And let me go back to the card that I showed you that I had made yesterday with Happy Birthday here. And Happy Birthday on the tag. Well, if you've never done it, don't be afraid to get a good pair of scissors and do some surgery on your stamps. So I have cut the Happy Birthday apart. Let's see, I don't know if you can see that this way. Okay, I've cut it apart. And it's especially easy with the, let's get back in the camera here. Wait, now my connection is a little bit wonky. Okay. Hold on a minute here while I see if this is gonna turn back to blue. All right, I hope so. You can cut your stamps apart, and then when you want it the long way, you can put it back together again and put it on your block, and it will work just fine. So on this one, I want Happy Birthday on my tag, but I know that there's not room enough here to do that and then put the bird on there. So, okay, not getting a good connection. So I'm gonna press that again. Let me know if you have a problem. So I'm going to take the Happy Birthday, and I guess yeah, here we got a block. And put that on the block. Actually, I'm going to do it separate instead of trying to put it on like this. So let me do it separate with my Memento ink. And there we can put Happy. And now put Birthday on there. So your stamps are yours. You can do what you want with them, and don't be afraid for sentiments that you want to trim apart. Sometimes it's easier than others. Oh, see, I'm back on blue now, so hopefully we stay there. Okay, and now put happy birthday there. Hope my head doesn't get in the way. And I make it straight. There we go. So there we've got the happy birthday there. But I can put it back together to put it on the envelope if I want to do it that way. And they'll just fit right together again. And nobody will be the wiser. Unless you get them backwards. Yep, I got it backwards. So the happy and the birthday go together like that. There we go. Need to have some good light. So now happy birthday is back together. Well, I didn't get the Y on there, but you get the idea. All right, so let's put this card together. And I'm going to glue the tag down. And then add the bird with dimensionals. Okay, you might need to come down here a little bit because the ribbon's in the way, but that's okay because I'm going to put some bling on here with some of the matte black dots. So let's get some dimensionals going. And let's use another one. There we go. Oh, these dimensional things, they end up all over the place. All over. There we go. So, there we go. And this was the original. I'll put some bling on here. And this one just says, just a little hi from me, from that same stamp set. And let's get some black dots here. And let's see, let's put a little one and two big ones right below there. Oops, that's not very straight. All right, there we go, and I've already got the envelope ready to go for that, which, I thought of something as I was finishing this. You could put some of this paper along the edge of your envelope to decorate that a little bit. In fact, I think I'll do that. Let's see, which piece should I use? I think I'll use this. And then just snip it off. Thanks, Carol. They're so much fun to make. this over. It's easier to do it from the back side. All right, so there is that card and envelope. And I'll come back and probably stamp the happy birthday on the front of that. And again, you can use a regular piece of computer paper. A good quality computer paper will really make a nice envelope if you don't want to use cardstock for that. So let me show you the other 3 cards that I have made with this. And I've used basic white cardstock for all of those. Here's one that's made with just computer paper, but it would still be very sufficient to mail a card. All right, this one is probably my favorite, and this is from a stamp set called Calming Camellia, which is a hostess reward during celebration. But the stamp set is just stunning, as you can see from the envelope. And I have done some, zoom out a little bit here, done some ink blending along the edges of this, as well as the card. And I just stamped that stamp on the card. And then this little lacy doily type thing, I'll probably be showing that next week. Actually, I was going to do that cards with this week, but I got stuck on the Slimline thing. Just a note to let you know that someone thought of you today. And that comes from where did I get that? I forgot. Oh, that comes from the Encircled in Friendship stamp set, which is where these little doilies come from, that bundle. So there's that one. This is a card that I had made quite a long time ago. I don't know if I ever showed it on a video or not. And it's just plain piece of white and these little squares, which I actually forget the name of, with happy birthday. Just plain, very easy. And this was in that stamp set. I don't think I left it pulled out here. You are so worth celebrating. And then this one is a lot of purple. And this is the Marvelous paper that is a celebration offering for $50. And I pieced the 2 pieces together because this is a 6x6 piece of designer paper. This comes 6x6. So let me find that for you. It's just so pretty. It's here on page 10. The Simply Marvelous 6x6 paper, and it comes in Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Bumblebee. I'm not going to read all those colors because there are so many. And it's just gorgeous, but it is 6x6. So I pieced that here, made some daisies. So you can't see where the line was to separate the 2. And then I did Thank You from, again, I don't remember the name of the stamp set. It's over on the other table. Let's give this a little trim here. And I use the Stamparatus to stamp this because it's such a big stamp. I was afraid with that paper that it would not give me a good image the first time around. So I think I stamped that about 3 times, and I love it. It just came out so nice. So if you have a Stamparatus, get it out, use it. If you need some help with it, let me know. I could probably do a little video with that too. So that is what we have today. Lots of Slimline cards. And let's see. We've got a whole buffet here of Slimline cards. So I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of the week. And I'll see you next Monday. What will be the date? Oh my goodness. It's going to be the end of January. So I will talk to you soon. Take care, stay warm, and stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.